Did that human just pet a Klein death beast? The assembly room of the Galactic Council fell into stunned silence. Eyes, stalks, and sensory appendages of various species turned toward the central screen, replaying the footage in an endless loop. There it was clear as the cosmos, a human standing casually before a Klein death beast scratching behind its nightmarish horns, as if it were a domesticated pet counselor Veer of the Zorthian Collective. A species known for their logical detachment, shifted uncomfortably in his containment pod. This behavior defies all known survival instincts. He said, his voice modulating through the collective's translator. The Cathan death beast is one of the most dangerous creatures in the known universe. Its aggression is unmatched, and its venomous spines can penetrate even the toughest armor. Yet here we see a human-added Zirax, a towering reptilian figure from the Drar Dominion. His scaled lips curling in disbelief, petting it as one would a common household animal. Perhaps the footage is doctored, suggested another council member, the bioluminescent Kyayan ambassador, her tendrils dimming in skepticism. No. The footage is genuine, responded Admiral Gav, the human representative, with a bemused grin. I can vouch for it that human is one of our own. His name is Captain Jack Harper. A well-decorated explorer. Murmurs of disbelief and curiosity rippled through the assembly. The idea that humans, relatively new members of the Galactic Council, could exhibit such a bizarre and reckless behavior was beyond comprehension. Gar continued, leaning forward. You see, humans have a unique way of interacting with other species and creatures. We have a talent for establishing unexpected bonds. A holographic image of Captain Harper materialized in the center of the room, a typical human with a rugged demia, his hand confidently resting on the massive head of the Cathan death beast. The creature, known for its ferocity, appeared surprisingly docile. It started when Harper's crew landed on Cathra Prime. Garv explained their mission was simple reconnaissance and potential alliance. The Cathan are formidable warriors, and their beasts are an extension of their culture's prowess. As soon as we landed, Harper's recorded voice narrated the scene, shifting to the harsh crimson landscapes of KLRA Prime. We were surrounded by these enormous death beasts. My crew was on edge, weapons ready. But I had this gut feeling. I approached the nearest one, slowly making sure not to show any signs of threat. The council members watched in rapt attention as the hologram displayed Harper's slow, deliberate movements towards the towering beast. The creature, all fangs and spines, regarded him with what could only be described as curiosity. I remembered something my granddad told me back on Earth. Harper continued, his voice steady. Animals can sense your intentions. If you're calm, they'll be calm. If you're friendly, they'll respond in kind. So I took a deep breath and reached out Harper's hand, trembling slightly, made contact with the beast's rough skin. The creature tensed, its spines rattled ominously, but Harper didn't pull away. Instead, he began to stroke it gently, his hand moving in soothing circles. The council members watched in awe as the death beast visibly relaxed under Harper's touch, its spines retracting and a low, rumbling purr emanating from deep within its chest. Unbelievable, muttered Verk, his containment pod, glowing a faint green in contemplation. This goes against everything we know about the clan Death. Beasts added Zirax. Their ferocity is legendary. They should have torn him apart, but they didn't. Garv said, his eyes twinkling with a mix of pride and amusement. Humans have this knack. We call it the human touch. The assembly room erupted into a cacophony of discussions and debates. The idea that humans could pacify one of the galaxy's most dangerous creatures with mere touch was both revolutionary and alarming. The implications for interspecies diplomacy and alliance building were staggering. I propose we investigate this further. Ver said, his logical mind already worrying with possibilities. If humans possess this unique ability, it could be invaluable for our collective security and cooperation. Agreed. Zirax nodded. We must understand this phenomenon. It could change the very fabric of our interactions with hostile species. Gare leaned back, satisfied with the council's reaction. He knew this revelation was just the beginning. Humans had many more surprises in store for the galaxy, and Captain Harper's encounter was only the first chapter in a story that would reshape interstellar relations forever as the council members debated and planned their next steps. Harper's voice echoed in Gav's mind. Animals can sense your intentions. If only the rest of the galaxy could understand the simple truth behind those words, the future might be brighter than any of them could imagine. The aftermath of the Galactic Council's meeting saw an unprecedented level of interest in human-Klein interactions. Captain Jack Harper found himself at the center of a whirlwind of scientific curiosity and diplomatic intrigue. His initial encounter with the Klein Death East had not only captivated the Galactic Council but also sparked a series of investigations into the nature of human-animal interactions back on the Cathan home world. Harper and his crew were given a unique status as honorary members of the Cathan Society. This was a rare honor granted only to those who had proven their bravery and earned the trust of the clan's Captain Harper. A Klein warrior named Zor growled his voice like the rumble of distant thunder. You and your crew have shown us something we did not believe possible. You have tamed our fiercest beasts. This is a feat that none but the greatest of our warriors have achieved. Harper, standing at the edge of a vast Cathan ceremonial arena, nodded respectfully. We didn't set out to tame them, Zor. We just wanted to understand them. Zor's massive form loomed over Harper, but there was no threat in his posture. Instead, there was a kind of reverence. Understanding leads to taming human. You have earned our respect, and with it our alliance. As part of their new alliance, Harper and his crew were invited to participate in the Great Hunt, a sacred Klein tradition. The hunt was not merely a test of strength, but a demonstration of the bond between warriors and their beasts. The morning of the hunt was marked by the blaring of Klein horns and the rhythmic chanting of their warriors. Harper, dressed in the traditional garb provided by Zor, felt a mix of excitement and apprehension. His crew members, seasoned explorers and soldiers, shared his sentiment. Remember, Jack Lieutenant Carter Harper's second-in-command said with a grin, just like petting a giant, deadly house cat. Harper chuckled, but there was a serious edge to his smile. Let's not forget Carter. These house cats can tear through starship hulls. The hunt began in the dense alien jungles of Kulra Prime. Harper, paired with a death beast named Gorth, moved through the underbrush with a surprising sense of ease. The beast, now accustomed to Harper's presence, responded to his commands with an intelligence that was both inspiring and terrifying. "Steady, Gorth," Harper whispered, patting the creature's armored flank. The beast's many eyes glimmered in acknowledgement as it crouched low, preparing to pounce the prey. A massive herbivore known as a grath thundered. Through the jungle, its 6 legs carrying its bulk with surprising speed, Harper signaled to Goroth, and the beast launched itself forward, moving with a lethal grace that bellied its size. The grath bellowed in fear and pain as Goro's claws sank into its flesh. Harper moved in quickly, using a Klein spear to deliver the final blow. The Greya collapsed, its massive form shuddering in its death throes. Zelor, who had been watching from a distance, approached with a nod of approval. "You have done well, Harper. The bond between you and Gorth is strong. You honor our traditions." Harper wiped the sweat from his brow and smiled. "Thank you, Zor. It's an incredible experience," as the hunt concluded and the Cathan warriors celebrated their successful kills. Harper took a moment to reflect. The bond he had formed with Gorth was more than just a means of survival. It was a testament to the potential for understanding and cooperation between vastly different species. News of the successful hunt spread quickly through the Galactic Council. The footage of Harper and Gore working in perfect harmony was broadcasted across numerous star systems, further solidifying humanity's reputation as a unique and valuable member of the interstellar community. Back at the Galactic Council headquarters, a new committee was formed to study the implications of human-animal bonding. Scientists from various species collaborated to understand the underlying mechanisms that allowed humans to connect with such dangerous creatures. Dr. V.A., renowned xenobiologist from the Uran Enclave, led the committee. His fascination with human behavior was evident as he interviewed Harper and his crew. "Captain, your ability to bond with the clan death beasts is unprecedented. We have observed similar behaviors in humans with terrestrial animals, but this is extraordinary." Harper shrugged modestly. "It's not something we can fully explain. It's just a feeling we trust the animals and they trust us in return." Dr. V nodded thoughtfully. "Trust an interesting concept. It seems to be a crucial element in these interactions." As the research progressed, the committee discovered that humans possessed a unique combination of empathy, intuition, and pheromonal signals that made them particularly adept at forming bonds with other species. This ability, often overlooked in the grand scheme of interstellar politics, was now recognized as a significant asset. In light of these findings, the Galactic Council proposed a new initiative, the Human-Animal Cooperation Program. The goal was to harness the unique abilities of humans to foster peaceful relations. With some of the galaxy's most dangerous species, Harper was appointed as the program's first ambassador, his mission to travel to worlds where conflicts with native flora had reached critical levels and to use his skills to establish new peaceful coexistence strategies. His first assignment took him to the planet Zeria, home to the formidable Zerian razor beasts. These creatures, known for their aggressive territorial behavior, had made colonization efforts nearly impossible. The Zerian government, desperate for a solution, welcomed Harper with a mix of skepticism and hope stepping onto Zerian soil. Harper felt the weight of his new responsibilities. The landscape was rugged and hostile, much like the beasts he was about to encounter. But he knew that if he could establish trust with the clan death beasts, he could do the same with the Zerian razor beasts, accompanied by a small team of Zerian scientists and a contingent of his own crew. Harper set out into the wilderness. The first few encounters were tense, the razor beasts responding with predictable aggression, but Harper remained patient, observing their behavior, learning their patterns one evening as the group camped near a razor beast watering hole. Harper made his move, approaching slowly. He extended his hand, allowing the beast to catch his scent. The razor beast, a massive creature with rows of serrated spines, growled menacingly but did not attack easy. "Big guy," Harper murmured, his voice calm and steady. "I'm not here to hurt you." The razor beast's eyes, filled with primal intensity, met Harper's gaze for a moment. The world seemed to hold its breath. Then slowly the beast lowered its head, allowing Harper to touch its rough hide. A sigh of relief swept through the camp. The Zerian scientists exchanged looks of astonishment and admiration. Harper once again had achieved the impossible as the days turned into weeks. Harper's bond with the razor beasts grew stronger. The once hostile creatures now allowed his team to move freely through their territory, paving the way for peaceful colonization efforts back on Earth. The news of Harper's success reached eager audiences. Humanity's reputation as the galaxy's unlikely ambassadors continued to grow, and the Human-Animal Cooperation Program became a beacon of hope for countless worlds facing similar challenges in the halls of the Galactic Council. The story of Captain Jack Harper and his incredible ability to pet anything became a legend. But for Harper, it was just another day in the endless pursuit of understanding and harmony among the stars. And as the galaxy watched in awe, one thing became clear: humans, with their unique capacity for empathy and connection, were destined to play a crucial role in the future of interstellar relations. The story was far from over, and the adventures of Captain Harper were just beginning as Captain Jack Harper continued his mission on Zeria. The results were nothing short of miraculous. The once unapproachable razor beasts had become protected, allies their presence allowing for safer exploration and settlement. Harper's reputation as the man who could pet anything solidified, drawing attention from all corners of the galaxy. The Galactic Council, seeing the success of the Human-Animal Cooperation Program, assigned Harper a new challenge. This time, it was the planet Drar, home to the Dian stone serpents, creatures so massive and impenetrable that they were considered living mountains. The Drans, a mining civilization, had long been at odds with these giants. their mining operations constantly threatened by the Serpent's territorial instincts. Harper arrived on Dreer with his usual calm demeanor. The planet's surface was rugged and scarred by centuries of mining. Yet beneath the surface, the stone serpents moved like living tectonic plates. Dran leaders met Harper with cautious optimism, eager to see if his unique abilities could bridge the gap between their people and the serpents, setting out with a team of Drayan miners and a few of his trusted crew. Harper ventured into the deep caverns where the stone serpents resided. The air was thick with the scent of minerals, and the faint rumble of the serpents moving below Harper's first encounter with a stone serpent was a daunting one. The mass creature emerged from the rock face, its scales glinting like polished obsidian. It reared up its cavernous mouth, opening to reveal rows of crystalline teeth. But Harper, undeterred, stepped forward. "You're magnificent," he said softly, his voice echoing in the cavern. Slowly, he extended his hand, allowing the serpent to sense his presence. The serpent's eyes, deep and ancient, fixed on Harper. For a moment, the world seemed to stand still. Then the serpent lowered its head, allowing Harper to place a hand on its massive snout. The ground vibrated with the creature's purr, a sound that resonated through the rock and into the hearts of the Drans. Word of Harper's success spread quickly. The Drayan miners, inspired by his example, began to approach the stone serpents with new respect, and standing the once adversarial relationship transformed into a cooperative one, with the serpents guiding miners to rich veins of minerals in exchange for protection of their nesting grounds back at the Galactic Council. Harper's achievements were celebrated as a turning point in interspecies relations. The human-animal cooperation program expanded, with humans being sent to worlds across the galaxy to mediate conflicts with native flora. HFY's methodology became a template for training new ambassadors, emphasizing empathy, patience, and mutual respect. One evening, as Harper sat in his quarters aboard his ship, a message arrived from Admiral Gav Jack. "The Council has one final mission for you. The planet Zalara. Home to the telepathic Quicks, their telepathic beasts have been causing unrest, and they've requested our help. Are you up for it?" Harper smiled, his eyes reflecting the countless stars outside his window. Always, Admiral Layton, bring some peace to Zalara. Zalara was unlike any planet Harper had visited. Its lush, iridescent forests were home to the Quick, a telepathic species with a deep connection to their environment. Theic's telepathic beasts, while normally peaceful, had been driven to aggression by an unknown disturbance, on arrival. Harper was greeted by Quick's leaders, who conveyed their thoughts directly into his mind. "We are grateful for your assistance. Captain Harper, our beasts have been in distress, and we do not understand why." Harper, alongside a group of Quick's guides, ventured into the heart of the forest. The telepathic connection with the beasts was overwhelming. At first, their emotions crashing into his mind like waves, but Harper focused, calming his thoughts and projecting a sense of peace. The telepathic beasts, majestic creatures with luminescent fur and antler-like protrusions, surrounded him. Harper reached out with both his hands, and his mind, connecting with the lead beast, images of distress, fear, and pain flooded his mind, revealing the source of their turmoil, a hidden facility beneath the forest emitting a harmful frequency. "There's a facility underground," Harper relayed to the Quick leaders. "We need to shut it down to bring peace to your beasts." A joint effort between Harper's team and the Quicks revealed an ancient alien device, long forgotten, but recently reactivated by seismic activity shutting it down, required delicate coordination and trust between the humans, Quicks, and their telepathic beasts. With the device deactivated, the forest returned to its serene state. The telepathic beasts, now calm, allowed the Quicks to resume their harmonious existence. Harper's success on Zalara marked the pinnacle of his career, demonstrating the profound impact of human empathy and connection. As Harper prepared to depart Zalara, the Quick leaders conveyed their gratitude. "You have shown us the true strength of your kind. Captain Harper, Your ability to connect with others to understand and heal is a gift that will shape the future of our galaxy." Harper smiled, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "It's been an honor together. We've shown that understanding and respect can bridge any divide returning to Earth." Harper was welcomed as a hero. His work had transformed humanity's role in the galaxy, fostering peace and cooperation on a scale never before imagined. The Human-Animal Cooperation Program continued to thrive with new ambassadors trained in Harper's methods, ready to bring harmony to worlds in need in the annals of galactic history. Captain Jack Harper's legacy would be remembered as a testament to the power of empathy and the unique ability of humans to pet anything his story. One of bravery, understanding, and connection, inspired countless others to seek out and cherish the bonds that unite all living beings across the stars.